Welcome everyone to Vested Interest. This is Shane, and before we get into the video, I'd like to take a moment to thank everyone who's taken the time to watch, comment, and like the videos, and a special thank you to those who subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it. For those of you who may be stopping by for the first time, on this channel we focus on dividend growth investing. I do a stock pick of the day series Monday through Thursday where you can see a stock that's pulled back on the day and we take a look at it and see if there is any value there. I also do videos like this where I cover, as we turn from one month to another, I cover the dividends received from the previous month. So we are going to cover the dividends received and the options that we got into in the month of July. We will do the same every month. So as we turn from August into September, we'll do it again. We do it monthly around the first week of the month, the next month. We also do a monthly video, stocks to buy, looking forward into the next month so that we can see what we'll be focusing on. Obviously, that may change throughout the month if we find opportunities like right now as the market pulls back. I did not have Realty Income on a list of stocks to watch for or buy for the month of August, but it is looking pretty attractive right now, so it may just jump on the list and we'll see how that goes. I cover all my investments into this portfolio. I also do a portfolio update every Sunday morning at 7:30. It's free to see what I'm doing. We all have enough to pay for, so no paid Patreon or links or firewalls or anywhere to go. I do not have a Discord channel yet, but I am thinking about potentially opening one up. If you guys would like to have a Discord channel as part of the Vested Interest community, go ahead and drop it down below. Let me know in the comments. I'll see what I can do to accommodate if it is something that everyone is interested in. This channel is for you just as much as me, because without you, there is no channel. So if you have not done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Join us on this journey to financial freedom. Join the Vested Interest community. It doesn't cost you a thing. It really does help me out. And if you could drop a comment, hit that thumbs up, the like button there as well. That really helps with the YouTube algorithm. So let's jump right in. We are taking a look, as I said, at the dividends received and the options that was in July. So we'll start out with the dividends received, $296.41, and this is actually a little bit down. You'll see that here in a little bit later on the monthly update. You'll see it all the way back to whenever the portfolio started. But we did trim a couple positions out of here last quarter. And we did add back in Nutrien. So even though Nutrien paid out, it only paid out on 10 shares, even though we have 110 shares. So this is going to look dramatically different as far as the payout goes next time. But let's cover what we were paid this time. HPQ paid us on July 5th, $42.29. We do still have the drip set on. So any of these positions go back into the portfolio, they'll automatically buy more shares of whatever company paid them out at. So $42.29 went back in and bought us more shares of HPQ. This is HP Inc., the company that makes computers. You may have a HP computer or printers as well. Then on the 13th, Medical Properties Trust, ticker MPW, paid us $151.50. Very nice payout there. I'm actually adding a little bit here as well as it pulled back below my cost basis. Really like the dividend yield on this one, and it is relatively cheap as far as per shares go, so you can really stock up on this one. Anything under my cost basis is a buy on this one, but that's just for me. Now, O Realty, ticker O here is a REIT out of the real estate sector, and HPQ is out of information technology. MPW is another REIT out of the real estate sector, and O is another one that is really starting to look attractive, down in the $58 range. Today, ticker O, again, a REIT, paid us $34.08. They are a monthly payer, so very nice to get this every month. And Nutrien, one of the newer positions in the portfolio. Like I said, this one will pay out significantly more next payout because this only paid out on 10 shares. So $4.05 for one of the newer positions. Nutrien here, this is out of the materials sector. This is also a Canadian company, so there are some implications around the taxes there. See, if you are interested in those type of companies, you'll want to consult your tax advisor and understand the tax implications. They take it out right away. There are ways, because of the treaties we have with the country, for you to either recapture that, or because of the payment's already been made, it shouldn't come out of your taxes, or you may have a smaller portion come out of your taxes depending on your tax bracket. I'm not a tax advisor, so make sure you're talking to your accountant on any of these stocks that pay out from foreign countries. And last up on the 26th, Cisco Systems, ticker CSCO, out of the information technology sector, paid us $64.49. And again, we do have the drip set dividend reinvestment plan, so all of of these funds went right back in and bought more shares of the companies that paid them out. $296.41 in total. So running total here, you can see January up to July, we've made $3,187.59 in dividends total. So very nice to see the portfolio is doing what it's supposed to, producing passive income. If we were to turn off the drip, we could use this money to pay bills, to live off of, to go on a vacation, whatever you wanted. But right now I do have the drip set, and we are just rolling this back into the portfolio so that that snowball can grow faster and faster over time. And it is doing just that. Now let's look at the options. We jumped in this month, not a ton, but not a bad month either. I just started options here in the last few months. Wasn't doing them right at the beginning of the year. So anytime I can get a little bit of extra funds in the portfolio, and I'm doing wheels on positions that I want to add to the portfolio. CVS was one that was down. You can see right here I was doing it in the $69, $70 range. And then at some point I just pulled the trigger and bought the shares, but I'm doing cash secured puts. And then if it gets called away, I'm doing a covered call on it and just doing that wheel until I either hit a number, within its 15% of its 52-week low that I'm comfortable with, or I just want to buy it before the dividends, like CVS, for example. I just went ahead and bought it so that I would get the dividends on 100 shares rather than running another wheel on it. But we are running the wheel. If you don't know what wheel options are, I do have a video on that, so go ahead and check out in my page there. You can find that. But let's look at this. On the 3rd, July 3rd, we did a cash secured put, $69 strike price. We were paid $51.45. This expired out of the money, so we just went ahead and did another cash secured put the very next week at a $70 strike price. It ran up a little bit. So we did it at a $70 strike price, and we received $132.45 on that one. So you can kind of see the drastic difference between week to week options. It usually goes whether or not the option is going in your favor or against your favor, and whether you're doing a cash secured put versus a call option, right? If the stock is going up, you tend to get more for these cash secured puts. If the stock's going down, you tend to get more for the covered calls. To do a covered call, though, you have to own 100 shares of these. And these are all options that I am selling. I am not buying any options. I'm either selling cash secured puts because I have the cash to buy the shares, or I am selling covered calls because I actually own 100 shares of whatever company it is. So all total, $183.90. I guess I could have done the math on the last screen, but I just did it here. $183.90 in options. So like I said, I did not do any options in January. In February, I just started in March. I had a very good month in May. This is whenever I was running a wheel on Williams and Sonoma. A lot of volatility that month. So that was a very good month. I don't expect to have months like that every month doing this, but the second best month was actually here in July, $183.90. So $1,511.22 total in options for the year, and would be even more if I'd have started this sooner, but I just had never done options before, so I did a lot of research on it to make sure it was something that I was comfortable with before I tried it, and I recommend that for you as well. Don't just jump into something because you see someone on YouTube doing it. Make sure you understand it. There are a lot of videos on options. I did a video on how to make a covered call or a put option, I think, or a covered call. I can't remember exactly which one, but I did that so that you could see how to do it, but that doesn't mean you should do it. If you don't understand what you're doing, you can get yourself in trouble. You can get in less trouble selling the options than you can buying them. I know some people like to buy options because there's big fluctuations and you can make a lot of money in a short period of time, but to me, it's just not worth the risk because you can also lose a lot of money in a short amount of time, and I do not know enough about options to be buying options like that. To sell them, I'm comfortable with right now selling cash secured puts and covered calls. Again, $1,511.22, and it is a very nice way to kind of supercharge the portfolio. This is like an extra week of investing so far, so like an extra paycheck basically going into the portfolio. All total dividends, $3,187.59, plus the options, $1,511.22. Total cash flow, $4,698.81. Very nice return on the portfolio so far, and we still have 4 months to go. Well, we're into August a couple of days, so not quite 4 months, 3 months less a couple days, but I'm not trying to get that specific. So we really should be around the $7,000, $8,000, $9,000. I would say $8,000 to $9,000 total cash flow, depending on how we do in options for the rest of the year. Maybe we get to 10,000, but I would really expect around eight to nine there. Now you can see from the start of the portfolio, I started back in 2021. Back in March is whenever I really started adding money to the portfolio and got my first dividends. And then you can see the growth over time, right? 2022 is the orange, the light gray is 2023, and clearly see that stair step up, right? Nothing in January, like I said, I hadn't started the portfolio yet. Then last year, $112, this year, $262. Same thing, nothing in February, $253 last year. February of this year, $459, big jump up, nice to see. March, I had that $18 back in 2021. Last year, $398.71. This year, $632.44. Same thing in April 2020. You could start seeing that blue start to creep up and grow over time. April, $36.33. This April, $272.92, and they're $412.28. This is where we really sold. We actually started back here where we sold a couple positions out of this position. That's why you see this big drop here. But that's all right. This just happens sometimes. If companies no longer meet your criteria, don't be afraid to sell them. That's all part of it. May, we were paid $64.42. This month we were paid $315.05. And this is actually where you can start to see some of the options that I've been doing as well contribute to some of these early months. We hadn't started options yet this year. So going forward, options will help with all these months. $553.06 in May. June of 2021 was $121.62. This was a big jump up because LyondellBasell paid a special dividend on this one. That is why you see this huge jump up. It's the most that I've been paid in a month of 2020, June of 2020, $766.02, and that is because of that LyondellBasell special dividend. I wish they would do it again, actually. And then June of 2023, $571.53, and that brings us up to July. You can see 2021 we were paid $69.94 in dividends. Big jump up in 2022, $281.83. A bit of a drop down from the last time we were paid out here to $296.41. But this is going to shoot back up. Like I said, Nutrien being one of those that I've been adding to, Pfizer, another one significantly. So those will jump right back up. And Nutrien only paid out on the 10 shares versus what they'll pay out on the next one, 110 shares and some fractions of shares that I've just received. And then we'll go over the rest of them through, or you can look at the rest of them if you'd like to here. Well, that is really it for this one. Hey, let me know what dividends you were paid in the month of July. What do you expect to be paid in August? Do you do any options? How did you do in options this month? Did you have a good month? There was a lot of green days, so there wasn't as much volatility. It seemed like the market was going up. Now I feel like as we've entered into August, there seems to be more volatility, so maybe that will help with the options. Let me know what you're running options on. Or do you do a wheel? Do you do cash secured puts? Do you do covered calls? Or do you sell options or do you buy options? I'd love to hear it. As always, appreciate you stopping by. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to show me some love. Hit that thumbs up, ring the notification bell. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Join us on this journey to financial freedom. Join the vested interest community, building a community of like-minded dividend growth investors. And like I said, guys, if you would like me to start a Discord channel for the vested interest community, go ahead and drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. I do personally read and respond to the comments. I'm always interested to read your questions, opinions, or suggestions for future topics. If you have stocks you'd like me to cover in the Stock Pick of the Day series, go ahead and drop those down below as well. I'm always interested to read your questions, opinions, suggestions for future topics, and constructive criticism if there are things you'd like me to change about the portfolios or suggestions to make them better. Go ahead and drop that down there as well. And this is Shane signing off, wishing peace and prosperity to you and yours. And remember, financial security comes with those who take a vested interest. Hey, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you in the next one. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing in this presentation should be considered financial advice. I'm only sharing my opinion, investing journey for educational and entertainment purposes. Investing involves risk and money. Should never invest any amount not comfortable losing. Always do your own research. Invest based on your situation, circumstances, and select criteria, or seek the advice counsel of a certified financial advisor.